Well, hello, GraceLife family. I want to just take a moment to explain to you our plan to regather and reconnect. There's two sides of this plan. One has to do with you individually. How are you going to reconnect and re-engage with people? And then secondly, how are we as a church going to gather together? What is our plan for that? So let me just explain that first part. When it comes to us individually, our concern has always been that we're socially distanced, but we don't want to be relationally isolated. So we're looking at this opportunity as we re-enter and try to get businesses back to normal, and as churches regather. Our heart and desire as a church is that we would use this as an opportunity to reestablish the habits of intentionally pursuing one another in love. We're reminded in Ephesians chapter 4, verse 16, that the body is healthy, the body of Christ is healthy when it's connected, and every part is doing its part and building the whole body up in love. And we want that for GraceLife as we come out of the lockdowns and the quarantines. So remember, we can only move forward if we move forward together. So a key question I challenged our church with this past Thursday, I want to challenge you with, is who are you investing in? And who is investing in you? We have to be very intentional about getting connected with one another in our lives. Now, if you're investing in your kids, that's awesome. If you're a parent investing in your kids, you ought to be. If you're a spouse investing in your spouse, you ought to be. But as a church, we need to go outside of our families and start investing in the family of Jesus Christ. So men pursuing men, women pursuing women, to invest spiritually and encourage each other. That's what we want to challenge you to do. And so as we think about that, we ask this question: what if, as we emerge from our lockdown lives, everyone at GraceLife resolved to meet with at least one other person outside of their family on a regular basis for the rest of the summer? And they would meet for the purpose of connection and encouragement and mutual edification. What if everybody in the church resolved to meet with someone else for the rest of the summer for those purposes? What might be the result for our church going into this fall? We think that we would be at such a high level of health. We want to encourage everyone to do that. And you might say, well, what does it look like to gather together in this way, to meet with another person? What do we talk about? Well, it's really simple. I want to give you 5 questions that your meeting with someone else should consist in. 5 questions that you should use for that meeting. The first question is, what's working? And what we mean by that, what's going well in your life, especially in your spiritual life? What is working spiritually? Second question, what's not working? Where are you struggling? Where's the disconnect? Where are the areas of doubt and unbelief? Where's the difficulty? What's not working? Third question, what's your plan? What are you doing to address those areas of struggle? Fourth question, how can I pray for you? And fifth question, when can we meet again? So what's working? What's not working? What's your plan? How can I pray for you? When can we meet again? Those 5 questions are the questions you need to ask each other when you get together to meet on a regular basis. Maybe that's once every other week. Maybe that's every week. But 2 to 4 times a month, you should be meeting with someone else intentionally for the purpose of encouragement and mutual edification. We want to encourage you to do that. And what that's going to mean, the next step that's going to require, is that you take the step. You take the initiative to pick up the phone and make that call or send that text and connect with someone else and say, hey, it's been quite a last couple of months. Let's get together. Let's do what Pastor Josh and the leaders of GraceLife are urging us to do. Let's get together. Let's grab a cup of coffee. Let's meet outside of our house. Let's go for a walk. Let's go on a hike. Let's meet over Zoom if we have to. But let's get connected, and it's on you to take the initiative to do that. We encourage you to do that. Now, some of you might say, well, what if I reach out to someone and someone's already reached out to them, or they have already reached out to someone else? Well, why not see if you can make that a group? Why don't you see if you can get with 2 or 3 or 4 people and ask those questions? That's really good. I would love to see 2, 3, 4 men gathering together and asking these questions of one another and praying for each other and meeting on a regular basis. All summer long, that's going to make us healthy. That's going to get us into a good rhythm. So we're encouraging you to do that for our church's spiritual health, for our own reconnecting and reentry plan. Let's go after one another. Don't wait. Pause this video and send that text right now. Now, the second question we want to answer is, well, what's our church's plan for regathering? Well, again, we recognize that while some of you are ready to regather right now, for a variety of reasons, some of you are not ready to regather, even though you really, really want to. I understand that. Our state is following this phased reentry plan that was laid out by the White House and the CDC. And we've been following the governor's announcements and his briefings, and we remain committed as a church to following the guidelines that our state provides as we progress through every stage and every phase. Now, we're encouraged because our state has made some terrific progress. In fact, the governor a week ago declared that we were in phase 1, which is wonderful. Phase 1 of a 3-phase reentry plan. And churches, specifically, were cleared to regather. Now, our church has not been able to schedule a regathering date to actually get together Sunday for worship because our school district that we work with the school where we meet, Boulder Creek, has not given any definitive schedule for when we could meet again using the school facilities. So in the meantime, we're exploring other meeting location possibilities, and we're praying, as we've been praying, that God would lead us to and provide a more permanent location that we can make our own home for our Sunday gatherings and for other things we want to do in the community through the week. So pray with us on that. Pray with us every day at 3:20 that God would continue to grow our church, make us healthy, and provide a place for us to gather. So with all of this in mind, here's our church's plan, given where we currently stand for regathering. For the rest of May, that's this coming Sunday, the 24th, and the final Sunday in May, the 31st, we're going to meet, as we've been doing, using our live stream. Live stream starts at 10:30. We'll follow that with Zoom fellowship afterward. We're not going to be doing our Thursday community groups every other week. We're just going to do this for the rest of May. Sunday morning, 10:30. But in June, for the 4 Sundays in June, for those 4 Sundays, we want to do something called microgroups. Now, we're still going to live stream our service every Sunday at 10:30, but for those who are willing and able to regather, we're going to have 3 or 4 homes within our church family open their homes up to have small groups of about 12 to 15, that includes children, in each group meeting in a home. They'll come together at 10 o'clock, watch the service at 10:30, fellowship and pray for one another after the live stream is over, and be done. I mean, it's up to the groups if they want to stick around and do lunch together. But really, we believe that there's probably enough folks ready to regather in the church that we could have groups of 12 to 15 meeting in 3 to 4 homes within our church family to do this micro group approach. We could do that for the month of June. That's the plan. Now, our hope is that by then we'll be cleared to regather at the school in July, or that some other place will be provided that we can regather in. But we'll keep you posted. As things develop, we're going to keep you guys posted of all those developments. And remember that everything we're talking about here hinges on how things progress in the public health sector, how our state continues to progress, and how the leadership continues to communicate. It's all hinges on that. So what do you do for now? Well, for now, join us on Sunday as we wrap up the Spiritual Health series, and then reach out to invest in the life of someone else. Take that time, take that moment to make that call and start connecting with others. And be prepared to get invited to join us in our microgroups. When you get invited, you're not required, but you will be invited. And if you're interested in hosting a microgroup, reach out and let us know. We'd love to see who's willing to host the microgroup. And then we're going to have those microgroup hosts reach out and invite you to join on Sunday morning. We trust the Lord is at work in everything, and awesome opportunities are being had right now. Let's continue to step forward in faith. We're excited for what the future holds.